defence not working for Columbus Stars. The reason why Angelo Matthews promoted himself up the order was to look for quick runs. But you have to give all the credit to the bowlers, have really bowled well, and the process have picked up a wicket.
Well, that would have been a wide had Matthews not jammed his bat down on that. Maha, what do you make of the decision for Angelo Matthews to promote himself?
I think it's purely because of his quadricep. Won't be able to spin, plenty of spin bowling in the middle overs, lots of ones and twos. Don't think he could do that. And promoting himself to open the batting was to mainly thump the ball and get the runs as soon as possible, not run much, as we saw in the last over quite evidently. Not willing to run the second one, and it might work both ways. I mean, you might get a batsman on the other end who would love to turn ones into twos, and that's when the Colombo Stars will be found wanted. So this is a bit of 50-50 decision for me.
That's going to be a wide. Hasn't quite got his radar sorted out, Tishara, just yet.
Well, I think for me, be all and end all of this decision, because he has rushed himself to play this one. His team hasn't been playing well, hasn't won many games. Has to come into the side and do something special, but so far he hasn't been able to middle the ball.
Now, full marks for the commitment, definitely. There's no words about it initially when we saw him getting injured in the second test, as we see in one. Tushar struggling with his front foot, some slow dusting, lots of rain around, out.
Again, wide outside the off stump, very little bounce. Matthews swinging hard. He's not quite figured out Tishara just yet. I don't think Tishara's really figured out his line either. You see all that sawdust spraying up as he lands there.
That's a very seasoned batsman, Angelo Matthews. All the experience in the world. Should look to play over extra cover. The fast ball is aiming for outside the off stump. It's got plenty of fielders in the circle, but nobody riding the boundary on the offside, apart from third man.
To leading edge, it's going to go over the infield though. It's not going to go for 4. They're going to pick up 2. Well, Matthews still yet to find his stride. Trying to hit that on the onside, well outside off stump. There you go. Ugly shot, really. Skewed it off the outside edge.
Trying to maximize the power play. And this time he went with the corner of going across the line. And even one Tushara's, with his action, is not going to bounce, it's going to skid on low. I think Angelo Matthews got to keep his shape and trying to play through the line.
Oh, slow ball. Good bit of bowling by Tishara. He's got a very good change of pace. Completely deceived Matthews on that occasion. It must be said, he's struggling here. Swinging a lot, not connecting.
Hence, the pressure ramping up. one thing's for sure. With his action, Tushara is not going to bring the ball back into the batsman. Yes, those low ones can deviate off the surface, but that's where Angelo Matthews has to show game awareness. Seems like he's just swinging the bat without a plan. Change of field, third man brought in, mid-wicket pushed back.
No man on the boundary on the offside. Bouncer, which is hooked fine by Matthews. Tried to catch him by surprise there, Tushara. But the Colombo Stars captain was up to the mark. 26 for 1.
Mid-wicket. Tushara did bowl his line correct. Just that was too short, and Angelo Matthews was expecting that. Power play score so far, it's lowest. You understand it's 1 over less as well. Jaffna Kings on the 10th of December. It's 34 for 5 wickets down.
Lowest power play score for the Colombo Stars, but crucially, they've lost the fewest wickets that they have so far in the power play. Just 1. That's been their problem. They're getting off to really bad starts and not being able to come back from them. At least they've got wickets in hand now.
Yeah, he was finding it difficult to get that on the ball. He must have been obliged with that length. Thank you very much. Brought back once again into the attack, Samit Patel holding amongst wicket.
Samit Patel now has 10 wickets in the Lanka Premier League after picking up Hatham Nissanka, leading wicket taker in the competition. Vastly experienced all-rounder. That was a lot with the bat down the order as well. Much sought after now around the world in the franchise tournaments. Big shot, big shot from Angelo Matthews. That's what he's been waiting for. That is really, really big.
You could tell by the sound where that ball was heading. A massive hit.
This is what he did in the Test series as well. In the first innings of the second Test match, got injured himself. Retired, came back, and come for, if I remember right, 2 or 3 sixes. The same area. It's right in the arc. The left arm spinner again. If it's Warwickon or Perumal, cannot remember, but it was a left arm spinner for sure.
And he rocks back, knows it's going to be shorter, punches that down the ground for a single. So is that the shot that's going to get Angelo Matthews going? So powerful, break down the ground. He's very good at slog sweeping as well. Once he gets on a roll, he's a man who's very hard to stop. We all came to see Matthews as well.
She'll be happy. Angelo Matthews out there, turning out for the Colombo Stars. I think big series is all about keeping shape, and Angelo Matthews does hold the shape very well. Samit Patel giving a little right in his arc. Yeah, he will.
Ball was floated up outside the off-stump. Change of ploy from Patel. Generally bowled quite a tight line, but not bad thinking. I think it surprised Matthews. So that's 6 overs gone, 36 for 1.
With the head-to-head with the Candy Warriors, trying to get the fourth place in the points table. Yeah, this is good stuff by the Colombo Stars so far. And, biggest building so far is Samit Patel in the last over.
Colombo Stars have 12 overs left to bat with this game reduced to 18 overs aside. There's plenty of firepower to come, including that man, Dinesh Chandimal. What an innings that was last night. Deserved to win the game, really. 65 not out of 40 balls. Just fell short by 1 run. Needed 6 off the final ball. Swung it away. Fine on the leg side. 1 bounce 4. He collapsed to the ground. He put in such a strong effort. It was a one-man show, really. Wonder if they'll promote him up the order. I mean,
They should. They should. It's a good call, Matt. They should promote him up the order. He can get the innings going with his ability to nudge the ball around, occasional boundary and a 6. Now the other night, the difference was a couple of yards. Yeah, another bowling chain. Udana. Oh, what throw up once again. He's looking for a big one, only an inside edge.
Dinesh Chandimal, the previous game, almost got the Colombo Stars over the line. It's good to see him back at his normal best, which is to attack the bowlers, go after it, pick sixes. Very, very happy to see. These big strokes, just not there. Maybe today's the day. Isrudana just missed a couple of games. Good to see him back as well, turning out for the Gladiators.
slow ball pulled away by Matthews. 1 bounce, 4. He moves on to 30.
It was the length, wasn't it? Slow one. Didn't come right. They just picked the right spot to pick up a boundary.
Got Chandimal, you've got Dhananjay De Silva, who are middle order batsmen as well. Avindu Fernando, who's been brought into the side, who's a batting all-rounder. Plenty of options.
I think Dinesh Chandimal will play the finisher's role, but Angelo Matthew was expected to play. Probably Dinesh Chandimal will play, and it's a good point what you made, Mary. Tom Banton against spin. That's going to be the question with Noor Ahmed. Come.
Clipped by Matthews into the gap. That vacant area again. Mid-wicket, it's going to skip away to the boundary. 2 4s in the last 4 balls.
How many times he aimed that area but failed? Angelo Matthews, but not this time around. wasn't much enough of an angle on that delivery. That's why he was able to execute that. Another boundary for Angelo Matthews.
Pace on the ball, Srudana. And for a second he was going to bowl the full Yorker, missing out. And there's only one way Angelo Matthews is going to bat, is to give it a thumb. That's where I was glad this could be a little smarter by giving the single.
Around the wicket. Oh, that's an appeal. That's hit him on the back leg. Deceived by the... Just debating whether they're going to send this one upstairs. Might have been a bit too high. The back of the hand slow ball, I think. Yeah, they're going to go upstairs, Roger Puck. Sir?
Chivyan for the director, we have a player review for LBW. Original decision is not out. Show me the front foot, please. It's a fair delivery. Go to front on spin vision, please. Spin vision coming up dense. Appears to be no, but check that with ultra edge, please. Ultra edge coming up dense. Clearly no but involved. Clearly no waiting for ball tracker. Ball tracker coming up. Original decision not out. Up pitching outside. Impact in line. Wickets missing. Wickets missing. Can I have the on-field umpire on camera, please?
Yeah, Angelo Matthews will carry on. End of the 7th, it's 44 for 1.
Red Bull, our energy partner, as avid F1 fan HD Ackman was saying, it's been a good couple of hours for Red Bull. That's Verstappen winning Formula 1 World Championship. Dramatic race, overtook Lewis Hamilton on the final lap. We'd love a last ball finish or something like that with this game. Let's check out that LBW chow that was sent upstairs, previous delivery. I think Matthews there saved by the fact that it was a back of the hand slower ball.
Mohammad suggesting you should have listened to me. I told you the height is going to be the issue. Mohammad suggesting you should have listened to me. I told you the height is going to be the issue.
This time, this could get very interesting. Well played by Priyanjan. Picked the ball that just went across. That's the one that can often befuddle the right-hander when he pushes it across them. Rolls with real pace as well. There's no time to react if you don't pick him.
He's been aiming for the leg side. Maybe the reason he cannot get really forward, his injury is hampering him. Well, it's going to be a contest, because Noor Ahmed prefer bowling those wrong runs to the right-handed batsman.
Yeah, didn't need that. Occasionally he can do that, nor he can fire the odd one down the leg side. The radar just goes temporarily, and when that happens it is difficult for the keeper. That was 96 Ks, so he's got to get across. The ball's spinning. We've seen 5 wides on 2 or 3 occasions in this tournament, bowled by the young man.
And Mohammad Shamaz, wicket keeper, straight away in the hot water. I've not seen quality spin as such, but when you get a dribble like this, pretty late there. And Noor Ahmed firing down the leg side. Not a good start by the Gladiators.
That's what they need more of from Matthews. More singles, less dot balls. 35 off 30 at the moment. That includes 5 fours and 1 6, so 26 of his 35 runs in boundaries. He's favoured the leg side clearly, all of them on the leg side. Probably too many dots for his liking. Scoop went early, Priyanjan, but he's still got the ball where he wanted it. Can we close this?
A favourite shot of Ashant Priyanjan. We've seen him many times doing this. Full toss, brings up the 50 partnership as well. A timely boundary. All going well for the Stars so far. And Rajapaksa doing the right thing as well, having a slip fielder. But Noor Ahmed have not got the radar right. Dancing in the aisle. It's good to see a good crowd on a Sunday evening. Just missing the copper band.
And plenty of runs in this over already. Yeah, major contributor. You can see Angelo Matthews, 31 from 26 deliveries.
Well, that's going to be another wide, so this has been a poor start by Noor. Not used to seeing this from him. 12 runs of his first 3 balls. It's the first time really he started like this.
He's trying to bowl fast, unlike him.
Backs away Priyanjan and nails that. But he's only going to pick up 1.
And that was better. Slower. Line was good too. That's where he should be looking to bowl. That off stump line.
That's the hashtag. The Colombo Stars, Ammo Colombo.
Tell us, what does it mean, Ammo?
It's like, my God, Colombo. Ammo Colombo. Amit bhai, like to hear from you.
Ammo Colombo. Was it close?
Gladiators will do just that.
Premier League 2021.
Watch live on A Sports, Pakistan's first HD sports channel. Supported by Coca-Cola.
कराची किंग्स मेरे लिए फैमिली की तरह है और जिस तरह मैं पिछले 5 साल से वहीं से खेल रहा हूँ और इस साल कराची किंग्स और सलमान इकबाल ने मुझ पर ट्रस्ट किया और मुझे अपॉर्चुनिटी दी कप्तानी की, तो कोशिश यही करूँगा कि 100% दूँ और हमेशा जब रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आती है तो एंजॉय करता हूँ और उसको बेहतर से बेहतर अप्लाई करने की कोशिश करता हूँ। और जिस तरह माधव सिंह ने लीड किया और कोशिश करेंगे उसी को कंटिन्यू करें और हमने टाइटल भी जीता और हमको उम्मीद है कि इस साल भी हम अच्छा खेलें और स्पेशली कराची किंग्स की जो खास बात है वो है उनके फैंस, जिस तरह वो हमें सपोर्ट करते रहे हैं ग्राउंड के बाहर सोशल मीडिया पे, तो उससे हमें बहुत कॉन्फिडेंस मिलता है और कोशिश यही होती है कि उनको एंटरटेन किया जाए और इस साल भी यही है कि उनको हम खुशियाँ दें।
For once, the Colombo Stars have wickets in hand as they approach the second half of their innings. We're looking at hopefully something around about a 9 and over, perhaps, maybe more. That gets them up to 150.
They should try and get to 160. It's on the cards, especially with the intent of Matthews. He's been out there in the middle. His 31 deliveries. Could carry on. Try and play most of the overs now.
Udana to continue around the wicket to Matthews. Another dot ball.
A leg cut at that time by Srudana. So many options when it comes to bowling. Last couple of games, sitting out, not feeling well. Played the first 2 games, we can come back into the side under pressure straight away with Angelo Matthews going after him. His skill set will be tested. Banu Rajapaksa long on in the changes.
Back away, hit over mid-off. Can pick a single. Good thinking from the left armour. Change the angle, looking to cramp the batsman.
We've seen that a few times, just jogging through. Just come back from an injury. He pulled his quadricep in the second test match against the West Indies. First day of that game while he was batting. Hasn't played since. He's not exactly busting a guy at the moment in between the wickets. I wonder if that's still playing on his mind, the injury.
Yes, at the moment he's travelling and encumbered. But as long as he keeps on finding a boundary every over, he'll be okay with his teammates.
Shot up and over, mid-off, one bounce from Ashan Priyanjan, went inside out, didn't try to overhit at all.
I was expecting this from Angelo Matthews, but Priyanjan was the man to do it. Just backed away. Good shot selection, rewarded.
Talk about keeping the shape. A perfect example there by Ashan Priyanjan, going through the line. Nice high elbow. Not trying to hit too hard. Get the placement right. Mid off up. And Srudana under the pump.
Hold the pose as well. He liked it. This time he's followed by Udana, but not well. Slower ball, which turned into a full toss and a bit of a freebie for Priyanjan. Back-to-back fours.
Put under pressure by Ashan Priyanjan. This time giving again some room. This time Srudana trying to cramp him up on the leg side, and wide as well, but a sweep shot in that gap. Plenty of time. Trying to hit again. Getting that placement right, very important when you get those loose deliveries to put it away.
Full pace. Hammered, what a catch! Unbelievable! That was hit hard. Udana just stuck out a left paw and it stuck.
Don't talk about reflexes. Just to stick out hand. That ball was travelling. It's great reflexes. Wow. Great timing. That's a revenge.
Talk about cotton bowls. Ball caught him. That's a catch, Surudana. Good reflection to get rid of Ashant Priyanjan for 23. Stars 69 for 2.
Tom Banton in the unfamiliar position of number 4. Great strike rate. Let's see what he's got against spin, though, in the middle order.
Yeah, 69 on the board, 69 on the shirt. I've lost 2 wickets. Colombo, take that for a catch. Wow. His follow through. Great grab that was. End of a mixed over. 9 overs gone. It's 70 for 2.
Great catch. On his follow through, sticks it out. Fingernails. Surudana. Yes, it's just been taken to a couple of boundaries and he strikes back. Yep. He doesn't hear anyone who are cheering the foes. Who was on air? He doesn't hear the commentators on air. Matthews going along nicely, a limping Angelo Matthews. He had the privilege of a great view of this catch.
Another look. Quick reflexes. Excellent. Just stuck out his left hand, which is his strong point, but still made sure that somehow it got stuck. I like that celebration. I really like that celebration. Just realized that he was blocking his ears.
New batsman Tom Banton. Slick moves into place. Kumar.
You so often we see these catches held on to when they smash directly back at the bowler and he's almost forced to protect himself and then holds onto the catch. Udana actually has to move low and to his left. It's better than a reflex catch.
We've seen quite a few hikes from Angelo Matthews. Still there, he's still there battling on. No quick singles, no twos turn to threes. But he'll say, why run when I can hit him like that?
Exactly. He would have taken singles and twos, but he's dealing in boundaries. That's his 6th 4. He's got a 6 as well. That certainly was powerfully hit back. Doesn't really move his feet too much, but his bat is moving.
He doesn't have to, it's so full. I think what needs to happen here is that the length needs to be pulled back to make Matthews move his feet, which he doesn't want to do because of the injury that he's been nursing.
Length of the line, because he's not hit anything on the offside. All his boundaries on the leg side, he's just dragging them on side. He sliced that well into the air. A 4, a 6. Required rate, climbing. Correction, run rate.
12 runs already in the over. And Angelo Matthews making up for the lack of singles with those shots. You all know that he's a power hitter. In his pomp, he's to hit shots like this and back again here. Started to connect a few. That's his 2nd 6. And they have been enormous. They've been huge. Because he has really hit them hard.
Top 2 in the 10th. 81 for 2, the Stars.
It's the best we've seen Noor Ahmed played. He's gone for 28 in his 2 overs. He's normally economical. He normally takes wickets.
$18 again. Delayed start. Rains came down just after the toss. But a little delay was enough for Roshan to dig into a couple of packets of Manchikome. That's a quick single. He limps across. Very good by Matthews.
Also, did I tell you that it's a little bit too stale now? The Manchikome, and you're coining it with me. It's a little bit too stale. Everyone knows that I like it.
I was going to say that's a little bit offensive to the sponsored product to say it's stale.
I said coining my name.
Oh right,
Because
sorry.
everyone knows that I like it.
I'm with you.
That's more the line. Ball away from Angelo Matthews, make him reach for it because his feet are not gonna move.
Where's he going to hide in the field, the captain? Experience here. Wide Yorker. Matthews is going to have to find a place where they can't find him in the outfield because they'll run to him every time.
It's been the line they're looking to bowl, and as you said, he's got very little or hardly anything on the offside.
(2017) when Angelo Matthews last scored a 15 T20 international, saying that he hasn't played much since. That's a T20 international match against South Africa, but we're talking about all T20s.
Matthews not running has really made life of the captain a little bit easier. Gol Gladiators becomes a little bit obvious. He can have his fielders at the edge of the 30-yard square, knowing that he's not too fond of running short singles. His fielders on the boundary know that they won't be under pressure, because hardly any twos or threes being run. It's mostly singles. To that, when you have dot balls being bowled, this piles on the pressure. For the moment, at the current rate, 140. They'll need a little bit more than that, maybe 160.
The same pitch that Colombo Stars played the Jaffna Kings on. That was also an 18-over game. The Kings batted first, went on to make 200 plus. Lost by 97 that game. Colombo Stars, but this time around opting to bat first, even though there was a rain around. Yes, the kid's got wings. And that's what they say that the Red Bull does to you. Well, the mum's happy, but she doesn't realize. What doesn't she realize, HD?
Asleep.
You're not going to sleep tonight with the Red Bull. Matthews on 49 or 40. He will stay on 49 at the end of the 11th over. 84 for 2.
Beautiful atmosphere at the R. Premadasi International Stadium.
The atmosphere is back, and that's fantastic here at the R. Premadasa Stadium. Even yesterday there was a big crowd in, probably 12,000 plus. The bands are back. He's in a lot of pain, Tom Banton. Doesn't look good.
Looks like the wrist to me. If it was a top edge, that would have come off quite quickly. Yeah, there was somewhere on that wrist, and that can be very painful. That's the bony area.
He's back at his stance. That's a good sign.
So you spoke about the crowd, you spoke about the atmosphere. It's lovely to see colourful crowds enjoying themselves. Well, this used to be the case before the dreaded COVID arrived. People would come, enjoy themselves, dance in the aisles, bands would play. they would enjoy the night cricket, the atmosphere. Thankfully, 50% capacity has been allowed and they are making use of it.
Full house is 35,000, I believe, so 50%, around 17,500. Yesterday I felt there was a good 12,000 in, and looking around, we're pretty much there today as well, I feel.
It's a very
The wrong line today to Matthews, who's been restricted, but he's been smart. He showed us that he's got a lot of power behind most of those shots. The crowd have enjoyed it. Down the ground, down the ground. Angelo Matthews breaking free. That's his third six.
You did say that they have bowled wrong lengths, and that was visible. The previous one was short, and now to his strength. That's where he likes to go. And didn't he connect it? The slower ball, Matthews did well. He was looking to come down. Eventually got everything.
Off 5. Gone a long way down. Good use of the feet, and he maintained his balance. Able to hit through. He'll keep strike. Colombo Stars after 12 overs are 96 for 2.
Big buildings starting to happen in the Colombo Stars innings.
Three overs for 16, Samit Patel. He opened the bowling. Back into the attack he is to finish up his spell, and change of ends. The field for Matthews, deep square leg, deep mid-wicket, long on, long off. Sweep on the cover boundary. They're the 5 fielders outside the circle. The ball too would be slightly wet for sure. There was a bit of rain. Hit flat and hard. Will not carry to Kusal Mendes.
Good innings from the captain. He's been restricted a little bit with his movements because of that injury that he got a few weeks ago.
Mendes is quick.
Started off a little bit slowly, turned down some easy 2s, but I tell you what, he has found the boundary with relative ease as well. All around the wicket. So strong straight.
Was 15 T20 since January 2017. Long time between drinks for Matthews. Just a little thought, HD. Sometimes he's striking it well. He's going at a good strike rate, about 132, but not running those runs hard or taking the singles. Would it have hampered his partners? Would it have broken their rhythm? Because there are lots of players who like to keep rotating the strike, who like to run hard. That's their type of game. It's not all about boundaries. Flat. Yes. Samit Patel gets his man. Danushka Gunatilaka with a smart catch at long off.
Yeah, made it look easy. Banton, he wasn't really moving quickly. 5 of 9, looking to go over the top. Trade into the bread basket. So Samit Patel gets his man. Third wicket of the Stars down in the 13th over. And Tom Batman goes for 5. As I said, 99 for 3.
The strategic timeout has also been called. Umpire Ravindra Vimalasiri signals so.
Premier League 2021.
Watch live on A Sports, Pakistan's first HD sports channel. Supported by Coca-Cola.
कराची किंग्स मेरे लिए फैमिली की तरह है और जिस तरह मैं पिछले 5 साल से वहीं से खेल रहा हूँ और इस साल कराची किंग्स और सलमान इकबाल ने मुझ पर ट्रस्ट किया और मुझे अपॉर्चुनिटी दी कप्तानी की, तो कोशिश यही करूँगा कि 100% दूँ और हमेशा जब रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आती है तो एंजॉय करता हूँ और उसको बेहतर से बेहतर अप्लाई करने की कोशिश करता हूँ। और जिस तरह माद वसीम ने लीड किया और कोशिश करेंगे उसी को कंटिन्यू करें और हमने टाइटल भी जीता। हमको उम्मीद है कि इस साल भी हम अच्छा खेलें और स्पेशली कराची किंग्स की जो खास बात है वो है उनके फैंस, जिस तरह वो हमें सपोर्ट करते रहे हैं ग्राउंड के बाहर सोशल मीडिया पे, तो उससे हमें बहुत कॉन्फिडेंस मिलता है और कोशिश यही होती है कि उनको एंटरटेन किया जाए और इस साल भी यही है कि उनको हम खुश हैं।
And in walks Sikuge Prasanna. Strong lad, powerful lad, gets a promotion. And that's why he's there, because he packs a punch. 100 up for the Stars.
He's a very, very powerful striker and he scores quickly, he moves quickly. That strike rate of 158 doesn't really suggest what he could do. He can be devastating on his day. Let's take a look at that. Starts off with the boundary. Huge gap on the offside.
He'll have specific instructions, and that would be to play shots. That's going down leg side. 2 for 23 off 4 for Samit Patel. It's 100.
जिम्मेदार प्लारियम ذکر आसरा د خپل د ماشومانو د مستقبل فکر دی
زما د بابا پشان تاسو د خپل ماشومانو د مستقبل فکر وکړئ
موږ خپل ماشومان د پولیو نه محفوظ کړل
ولې تاسو سره د خپل ماشومانو د راتلونکي سبا فکر نشته
نو اوس کوي په خپل ماشومانو د پولیو ساس کی
د اغوی د مستقبل په خاطر 2 ساس کی د پاکستان د مستقبل په خاطر
तो पिलाएं अपने बच्चों को पोलियो के कतरे उनके महफूज मुस्तकबिल की खातिर 2 बूंद पाकिस्तान के मुस्तकबिल की खातिर।
Surudana's back into the attack. He's bowled 2 overs, picked up the 1 wicket. HD quickly back to you. asking you a question on what sort of an impact would not running hard or converting ones into twos, etc.
Well, I think this dismissal answers the question, because I think Tom Danton's 5 of 9 doesn't paint the complete picture. You know, he had a number of singles that were turned down, and we will focus on how well Andrew Matthews has played with 62 or 47. Difficult to quantify, but it would certainly have an effect on the players that don't find the boundary as often as he can, who rely on getting twos and ones in between the odd boundary, which helps them have that strike rate of 130. So I think it does have an impact on the side, but I'm sure the Colombo Stars will rather have Angelo Matthews in the side playing like this than not.
Only 3 fielders on the leg side for Isuru Udana. That's at mid-wicket, long on. 2 fielders in the deep on the off-side. A deep point and a deep extra cover. He'll use the left arm angle and try to bowl across Angelo Matthews' body. Fielders in the deep. He gets it right between them, but this is brilliant. I think it was Dhananjay Lakshan who was sprinting across the grass, picks it up and in one motion flicks it to Noor Ahmed. Great work, keeps it to 1.
Another wholehearted cricketer, Dhananjay Lakshan. Look how wide that is. Matthews had moved across, obviously anticipating with the field placing, but take a look at that. Goodness me, that's a great piece of fielding. Dhananjay Lakshan. And then Noor Ahmed had the presence of mind to be there. And that relay throw just kept it down to a single. Great work.
Siku Prasanna, he's very strong, I said, HD. But what does Siku mean in Afrikaans? Flashed again, this time Noor Ahmed gets to it. Only 1 run again. Is he strong as a Siku?
A hippopotamus is a very strong animal, so he better be strong. This has been a good innings from Angelo Matthews.
He's also the type of player who deals in boundaries. He likes to go over the top, he likes to find the boundary. 6s and 4s are generally his forte. But he's not restricted like Angelo Matthews. There is greater freedom for him to play his shots.
Runs on the leg side. Again he goes across his stumps and tries to get it onto the leg side, Angelo Matthews. As he can't move freely to hit or score runs on the offside, you do need to get into a good position, which he's unable to do. There you go. That's where most of his runs have come from.
That wheel's missing some spokes.
Wasn't that harsh? Siku was way across his stumps. Doesn't the tram line move along with it?
I certainly didn't think that way. Siku was going across for sure. I think it moved. The tram line has moved.
The tram lines have moved by a kilometer there. Bowling to his field. They'll take it at this stage. Remember, it's an 18-over game. The 4 overs remain after this. Yesterday's hero, Dinesh Chandimal, still to come to bat. Tremendous striking. Got the Colombo Stars within 1 run. They lost by 1 run. We never gave them a chance. Did it on his own, Dinesh Chandimal. This time it's an edge. Dhananjay Lakshan, no chance. To his left, it was flying.
He was stronger to his right. To his left, he couldn't make it. He's been doing a lot of running on the boundary. Angelo Matthews just breaking free, getting that much needed boundary in the over. Not intentional, but it's really worth it. Short third man in the 30-yard circle.
Amazing, it's the edge that gets you the 4. Got it off the middle of the bat and pumped it, but couldn't pierce that offside field, Angelo Matthews. Lower ball. 10 off the 14th. The Stars are running 13 for 3. The Colombo Stars now have the 2 highest individual scores in this year's 4777 News Lanka Premier League. Angelo Matthews 69 not out, going past Dinesh Chandimal's 65 not out, which he belted last night. Exactly what they needed after the first few games when they had a lot of starts but no big scores. It's been different the last 2. Still munching our way through our Punchy Comes up here. He's got a new batch in of cheese and chili. Here's Noor Ahmed. Big shot! That's hit him on the back pad. It may well have pitched outside leg. Matthews coming back for a rare 2 there.
Tell you what, it was very, very close. Noor Ahmed. A word with Mohammad Shamaz, the wicket keeper. A word with captain and extra cover. Banu Rajapaksha, don't think they'll be taking that. Angelo Matthews, the intention pretty clear.
Yeah, definitely pitched the wrong way outside leg. May have gone on to hit the stumps, but that's immaterial if it pitches outside leg. Hasn't quite picked that one. That's spins away, looped that one up a bit more as well. Everything through the leg side at the moment. Matthews, I think would have been better there if he'd gone up and over cover. Tough shot to play. Same again. Not picking the young Afghan wrist spinner, although he's not the first.
3 balls ago there was an LBW shot. There was a bit of bat in it. Hence there was no review. The umpire didn't respond to the appeal.
Edge detected by the detective. Sikuget goes straight, he's not got enough on that though. Good catch. Coming in, taken low by Kusal Mendes. An important wicket that for the Galle Gladiators.
Noor Ahmed is bowled a really good over so far. What he's done, he's taken the ball away from the right-handers, recognizing that if he's straight, there's a lot of power in their strokes. He had to go fetch it. Sukuge Prasanna, he knew immediately, didn't get hold of it. A very good catch by Kusal Mendes. Advantage of being a left-hander, bowling to a right-hander, making it work. The Gladiators get their 4th wicket. It's 116 for 4.
Ines Chandimal smashed 65 not out of 40 balls yesterday. Not enough for a promotion though. He stays at number 6. Smacked down the ground by Matthews. Mohamed being quite canny here. Just getting the ball across the right handers at this late stage. Sana trying to go big. He's got that somewhere near the bottom of the bat. That was a good catch because it just died on Kusal Mendes at the last minute. Took it very close to the ground. Now Chandimal, man in form, what can he do? He hasn't got much time left. 3.1 overs. Going to be a wide. Mohamed just occasionally can be a bit inaccurate. There are a few wides in this tournament.
Evidently, Mohamed trying to take away from the batsman, the right-handers. Chandimal also likes the leg side of the field. This time, nicely given by Dinesh Chandimal. Going to be a single. It's Angelo Matthews. How about next to another 15th over. Stars 1. Three overs to go. This is set up for the Stars. Settled batsman Angelo Matthews and an informed player. Almost home against the Giants yesterday. Number 19 for this was wide. Shankar made his way to the middle. Sudhir Prasanna trying to go over long on, only managed to get the bottom of the bat. And Kusal Mendes, safe fielder, a gun fielder, holding on to it. Mohammad Amir, to his final over, evidently going across the seam, which tells us there's lots of water as bowlers aren't comfortable holding the seam.
Into the pitch. Chandimal's hit that hard though. Just for one though. Not too many twos around when Matthews is at the crease.
He's played a very good hand here, Angelo Matthews. His key selling point has
because that was almost a Yorker length. It was a low full toss, hard to get any power on that, but crucially he found the gap in between cover and mid-off.
just opened up that front leg to beat the man in that mid-off position. He'll be riding high on confidence from that innings in the last match. Chandimal.
That's why I'm slightly surprised he didn't come in a bit earlier, at least at number 5 or even 4. Tom Banton's not really a middle order player. 5 off 9 balls at number 4. Into the pitch from Amir. Chandimal was early on that.
Yeah, that's good bowling. Very good bowling. Never came to Chandimal. Who with the stroke Experienced man, bowled very well yesterday against Candy Warriors, continuing his good work. This is what you want the fast bowlers to do. Don't be predictable.
He hasn't got that, but it's going to be safe. One to the man at deep mid-wicket. But this over has gone for 7 of the first 5 balls. The score will decide whether it's a good over or not so good an over. So far it's been pretty agreeable for the Gladiators. Oh, that's got to be close. If he's not hit that, that is out, given out. He's reviewed it straight away though, Matthews. Maybe he thinks he's hit this. If he hasn't, I'm not sure he's going to be safe.
Review for LBW. Original decision is out. Show me the front foot, please. It's a fair delivery. Can you go onto the front on spin vision, please? Front on spin coming up, gents. I need to check ultra edge on this, please, Hemant. Thank you. Ultra edge coming up, gents. Roll forward, roll forward, roll forward, roll it forward. Okay, no button ball, no button ball. Go to ball tracker when you're ready, please. Impact in line. Wickets hitting, wickets hitting. Can I have the on-field umpire on camera, please?
Well, absolutely stone dead that. Very good innings though by Angelo Matthews, opening the batting. 73 off 57. It's 126 for 5.
Ramindu Fernando.
Another low full toss outside the off stump. It's another very good shot from Dinesh Chandimal. Found the gap again, this time over cover. Did well to get underneath that.
What a fantastic shot. Good hit position. Sudhana doing the right thing, trying to take away from the hitting zone to the left side. The man in form, not going to miss out that margin of error, so minimum. Lowest full toss, go over extra cover for a boundary. Fantastic effort also by Kusal Mendis at deep extra cover, not good enough to prevent that boundary.
Also looked like he was slightly beaten in the pace there as well, a bit early in the shot. Still went for 4. Dangerfield, mid-off comes up. Man goes out to the cover boundary. This time he goes across his stumps. Come over to my side, he says. Big gap over there on the leg side. That is classy and intelligent batting.
The awareness of where the fielders are, that's so crucial when you're searching for quick runs. Not only about hitting the ball off the middle of the bat, but placing it Dinesh Chandimal knew exactly where the fielders were. That's a fine shot to get another boundary. 2 fours in a row.
Oh, he's got hold of that. Dinesh Chandimal right out the screws into the crowd. It's been caught.
Ammo Chandi. Just like Ammo Colombo. What a massive stroke by Dinesh Chandimal. Probably the biggest six of this is the season. Just confirmed by Arun Rasa decision. Wow. Again, missing the length. This time, pitching it short. What a stroke. Old Chandimal, what we know about. Fantastic. I think it was caught in the crowd as well. Oh yeah.
Oh, how we wish he could have traded that shot for the last delivery he faced in the last match for Colombo Stars. 4 sixes, 15 fours in the innings for the Stars. There's 3 balls, all boundaries, 4. And leg side 4. Maximum.
Love it when Darren Ganga says that. Only he could pull that off. 9 balls left in the innings. What are the Stars heading for here? Current run rate 8.48. Bhanuka Rajapaksa having to do some thinking here. With these first 3 balls going for 14. So mid-off comes up again, but there is space over cover. He could have threaded that through the offside. He shanked it to the leg. Going to get 2. No Matthews out there, so they can run their 2s a bit easier.
A massive difference between the running the Colombo Stars, Chandimal, correctly so. And with the strikers in, non-striker Ravinder Fernando. Obliging. Rajapaksa just had the strongest arm going around. Made it ease. This is good batting, very good batting. Putting Visarudana, one of the best when it comes to death overs with the skill set that he has, but put under pressure. Man who had almost got the Stars home yesterday.
That's gone wrong. Back of the hand, slower ball. Wrong line, wrong length. Another full bunger put away by Chandimal. That strike rate's going up, 270.
Best over of the innings in terms of runs scored for the Colombo Stars, coming up at the right time with the departure of Angelo Matthews. Baton handed over to Dinesh Chandimal. Boy, is he racing along with the scoring.
Wheels coming off. Surudana under pressure. We've seen it has happened to many of the bowlers when it comes to experienced bowlers. And this time the treatment being given to Surudana.
Wide delivery. 21 runs and counting in this over. Not what Galle Gladiators needed.
Well, just nearly the 2 overs that we lost in this innings. 11 wides, 11 extra deliveries. Again, it's an 18-over game, so Galle Gladiators not helping themselves with their discipline with the ball.
Again hit hard into the offside, but hit too well, so a single means Chandimal will keep the strike for the final over, 148 for 5.
What a fantastic over for the Colombo Stars. Surudana taken to cleaners by Dinesh Chandimal. Fantastic battle. Biggest building. Understandably so. Dinesh Chandimal striking it so clean. It's going to be interesting to see who's going to bowl the final over. Mohammad Amir has bowled out. Sudan has bowled out. Noor Ahmed has bowled out. Samit Patel have bowled out. Only 3 bowlers could bowl 4 overs, and 2 bowlers has to be maximum of 3, which Noor Ahmed has done. So it's going to be either Nuwan Tushara or Dhananjay Lakshan. Dhananjay Lakshan playing from the far end is gone running for the Gladiators.
Biggest over of the innings, that previous one, bowled by Isuru Udana, gives the Stars some real momentum heading into these final 6 balls. What can they get up to? Another big over. They get 15 or so, that gets them over 160. Dhananjay Lakshan bowling just his 2nd over of the match. First one went for 12. And as far as the Stars are concerned, the danger man's on strike. Chandimal, 28 off 11. He's seen the ball like a football at the moment, pulled away for 6, just over the boundary. What a gem of an innings this is turning out to be.
When it rains, it pours. Boundaries flowing. Just sat up. Coming off the middle of the bat and flying all the way over the mid-wicket fence for 6. My goodness, he's playing another blinder here, Chandimal. 34 from 12.
Definitely a blinder. Continued from yesterday, almost got the Stars home. He's the Warriors, continuing his good work. All expected Angelo Matthews to do with the finisher. But it's Dinesh Chandimal who has that responsibility and doing it very, very nicely for the Stars.
Right, push for 2, I think. Ravindra Fernando will come back. Hasn't faced the ball yet, but he's run well, playing in his first game in the Lanka Premier League. Just his 6th T20 overall. Good crowd in today. The vast majority of whom supporting the local team, the Colombo Stars. The atmosphere's been cracking, really good. It's Sunday, of course, so that explains why so many have come in. Short and wide, pummeled, but has he picked out long off? He has. Good catch. Isuru Udana moving swiftly to his left, kept his eye on the ball.
Well, Izzy redeems himself. Conceded a big over. And now he's supported his fellow bowler. Dhananjay Lakshan, pace off, short of a good length. Running around to his left. Wow. The catching in this innings, exceptional. Chandimal cameo comes to an end. 36 from just 14. 56 for 6.
Ravindra Fernando's first ball, and he's got a hole out to long on. The batsman crossed, so he got to face up. Got a full toss, probably what he wanted, but the connection wasn't.
Straight away, Ravindra Fernando trying to go to a long on, doing the right thing. Dhananjay Lakshan trying to find the block hole. Thin young man. They're finding Kusal Mendis at long on. Dhananjay Lakshan finishing up well with the Gladiators, youngster coming through the system, doing well. Very important final over to pull back some momentum. Ravindra Fernando gone for 0. Stars 156 for 7.
Patrick Ball. Negotiated by Dhananjay De Silva, who's going to come back for two. That's in the unfamiliar position of number 8. I can't imagine that's happened too often to him in the past. He's here because we've had 2 wickets in 2 balls. First of all, Dinesh Chandimal, brilliant innings, tried to slap that one straight on the offside. Good connection. Unfortunately picked out Surya Udana. And then the very next ball, probably exactly where Ravindu Fernando wanted the delivery. He couldn't get it away for a first ball duck. Slow ball bouncer, but that's not been taken by the keeper. Not a good finish, that. Scruffy. It's going to go for 4 byes. Should have been, at the very worst, 1 bye, maybe even a dot ball. But that's a good finish for the Stars. You get up to 162 for 7 from their 18 overs.
A good finish for the Stars, not so for the Gladiators. Dot delivery, we all thought. Mohammad Shamaz, the young man, keeping wickets for the Gladiators today. Missed out. The frustration shows. Good ball. Just that how that game of cricket goes. Sometimes you could do the good right thing. We ended up losing side. Columbus Stars been tossed batting first. Matthews, captain's knock of 73, heavily supported by Priyanjan for 23. Chandimal is a fantastic knock, 36 of 14 deliveries to end up at 162 for 7.
Take a look at the bowling figures. 6 bowlers used. Samit Patel continued to bowl really well in this tournament. 2 for 23, still the leading wicket taker. Very good economy for him and for Mohammad Amir. They were the pick of the bowlers. A couple of wickets for Lakshan in that final over. Surya Udana was expensive. 1 for 49 for the experienced left arm seamer. I'd imagine the Colombo Stars will be fairly happy with that. That's runs on the board. 162 for 7 from 18 overs. It means the Gladiators need 100.